haven't you noticed that sometimes you can get on a positive roll? And haven't you noticed that sometimes you can get on a negative roll? You get focused upon something that doesn't feel good, and law of attraction will bring you more things like it. As humans become more observers and less deliberate thinkers, then you can get more of what is and less of what you are anticipating. In other words, most people offer a tremendous amount of their vibrational outpouring in response to what they are observing. And that's why you want so much to control the circumstances around you, because when you look at circumstances that make you feel good, it feels good. When you look at circumstances that don't make you feel good, it doesn't feel good. And then you say, we've got to do something about controlling these circumstances. We need more laws. We need more rules. We need to contain the others. We need more parental guidance. We need more governmental control. We need more protection against this and this and this. And what we are wanting you to realize is that there is no protection against a vibration that you achieve, because law of attraction says that which is likened to itself is drawn. So if you look at that thing that you want often and you talk about it and you say yes to it, then you achieve vibrational harmony with it, and it must come into your experience. But when you look at that thing that you don't want and you shout no at it, it must come into your experience, because this is a universe based upon attraction. It is all about inclusion. There is no exclusion in an attraction-based universe. So every time you spend time looking at something unwanted, you just practice the vibration that attracts it to you. That's why diseases get worse after diagnosis, usually for a while, until somebody convinces you that there is a remedy that you can focus upon. Our encouragement to you is that you make a decision today and practice it every day from now on that says, I am one who makes the best of every situation. Because when you are making the best of something, no matter how bad it is, it's got to get better. And as it gets a little better and you still make the best of it, it's got to get better. And as it's still not very good, but you're making the best of it, it's got to get better. Sometimes you catch yourself deliberately making the worst of something, exaggerating your problem. And we know where you got that. When you were little, you had to plead a pretty needy case to your parents, who appeared to be the vortex through which all your well-being came. And when you said, I really want something, their answer was often, but you don't need that. You don't need that. And so you developed very carefully, deliberately calculated patterns of expressing need to those that you believed were the givers of the goods. I need it. See how I'm suffering without it? And we say, it might have worked a little bit with your parents as you eked out a mediocre, improved life. But it does not work with the universe, who has the ability to grant all desires. And whatever it is you are achieving vibrational harmony with is what you are living. If you are ever wanting to know what the vibrational content of your outpouring is, just look at the manifesting around you. Because the manifesting around you is always a perfect vibrational match to the vibration that is dominant within you. We know that you are here because you are wanting to really be deliberate creators. And we want you to know that a deliberate creator is really a deliberate feeler. A deliberate creator is one who says, I want so much to feel good, because when I feel good, I'm in alignment with that which is my source. A deliberate creator does not demand that circumstances change so that you can have a better feeling response to the circumstances. A deliberate creator says, I will choose from what seems to be available the best feeling thought, past, present, or future that I can find, and I will fixate on it until it becomes the reason for my vibrational offering. And I know that law of attraction will then accumulate around that vibrational offering. And then I will reach for the better thought and the better thought and the better thought and the better thought and the better thought. And what you will discover is that there is always a better thought. There is always an even happier thought than the happy thought you're thinking now. There is always even a better feeling. Your capacity to achieve a better feeling is unlimited. when you have reached the place where a new unfulfilled desire feels life-giving to you, then you have completely reconnected with who you really are. When there is something that you desire and it has not yet manifest, and you cannot yet see the path through which it will manifest, and you are discouraged, then you are forgetting that you are an eternal being and that you never get it done. But when there is a new, unfulfilled desire, and instead of torturing you with its absence, instead it calls you with its idea, then you are source energy, physically embodied, right on track. So often our physical friends feel frustration in their unachievement of something, as if once it manifests, then everything will be better. And while we do agree that it is fun to manifest, and we wish for you that every desire be fulfilled, we want to remind you that when each desire is fulfilled, there will be many more newly hatched. And when you finally relax and accept that we are all eternal beings and that we never get it done, and when you are no longer feeling uncomfortable about what is not fulfilled, but are satisfied with what is while you are eagerly reaching for more, now you are in the perfect vibrational stance to allow steady fulfillment of ever-evolving new ideas. When you stand in your place, observing what is, and letting what is be primarily the reason or the basis for the vibration that you offer, what is cannot change, because your vibration is only about what is. And law of attraction says that which is likened to itself is drawn. So if you stand in an awareness that you don't have enough money, and you talk about it and you feel around it, and you perpetuate a continuing vibration of not enough money, even though you're asking for more, and even though you may be offering action which should accommodate more, more cannot come because it is vibrationally different from the vibration that you are usually offering. And so an attitude of satisfaction about what is, an attitude of making the best of what is, while you are eagerly anticipating an evolution of what is, that's the perfect vibrational stance. Optimism brings you so much, and pessimism keeps it from coming. Eagerness brings you so much, and disappointment keeps it from coming. Happy anticipation brings you so much, discouragement keeps it from coming. Joy and love and appreciation brings you so much, while anger and depression and fear keep it from coming. Now, those emotions don't actually keep it from coming. They are just indicators that while you feel that way, it's not coming. In other words, your emotions are your indicator of what you are doing with your vibrational mix. So the happier you are, the more you are allowing who you really are and what you really want to come. The more unhappy you are, the more you are resisting it. We call this gathering the art of allowing, as compared to the art of resisting. In other words, allowing your connection with who you are, allowing the receiving of what you've been asking for. And the easiest way to hear allowing is letting in the good stuff, letting in what is naturally well-being and what is naturally yours. Sometimes when we talk about allowing, people misunderstand, and they think that allowing means finding something unwanted and just putting up with it. Allowing whatever is to be and not fussing over it. That isn't what we mean by allowing at all. By allowing, we mean finding, through choosing thought, things that feel good when you think them, and practicing those kinds of thoughts which feel good so often that becomes the dominant vibration proclivity within you. In other words, you've just practiced it until it's easiest to go there. The art of allowing is deliberately choosing thoughts that feel good with an ear to how the thought feels as it evolves within you. The art of allowing is wanting so much to feel good that whether you are perusing the past or the present or the future, you're deliberately looking for the best feeling thought that you can find. And as you choose the best feeling thought and practice it until it becomes a sort of natural feeling within you, then more and more of that which you want flows to you. There is not a source of illness, and there is not a source of poverty, and there is not a source of darkness. You understand that there is a source that can be muted or resisted or disallowed. And that's how it is with well-being. Well-being is natural to you. Comparatively speaking, proportionately speaking, well-being is so huge, and the lack of it is so small. How does lack of well-being get such a foothold in anyone's experience? And we say it all has to do with the vibrational airtime you give it. In other words, the more you look for reasons to feel good, the more you find the vibration of that. And the more you find the vibration of that, the more of law of attraction brings you other things that match it. Source expands to the desire that is produced within you. So you said, I love the idea of going forth into this physical time-space leading place reality on planet Earth. I love the idea of the variety that is there. I love the idea of all of the others that I will co-create with. And together, we will, for one another, stimulate new ideas that have never been before into all of the universe. And with each new idea that is born, I know that Source has the resources to flood to my new idea. All I have to do is flow with my new idea too. So the art of allowing is about recognizing the fresh newness of the new idea and as quickly as possible achieving vibrational alignment with the new idea. Deliberate creating at its best. We are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. Sometimes you want to talk about your issue. Your issue is mostly about what is, remember. And if where you are standing is not pleasing you, then you are really not wanting to beat the drum of that issue all that much. And you will find us not very eager about helping you beat the drum of what is, if what is not pleasing you. But together we will extract from what is clarity about what you prefer, and then together we will beat that drum. Every time you practice the beating of the drum of something desired, law of attraction brings it closer. Every time you beat the drum of what is, law of attraction holds it to you. There is much about your life that you want to keep. Beat those drums. Every day we hear Jerry and Esther talking about the perfection of their life. On and on and on and on and on they go. They have a motor coach that they travel in that delights them so much because it is home away from home. Always feeling as if they're home. And they talk about how wonderful it is over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Anyone not understanding, listening to them, would think they had gone mad. As they recount to one another how lovely this is and how good this is and how much they appreciate this. And we say, when you find things that you appreciate and you use them as your point of focus, your world has to get better on all other fronts. You could have 99 things going wrong in your life and one thing going right. And if you could beat the drum of that thing going right, the other 99 would either have to go away or improve. Because law of attraction cannot abide in your vibration something that does not match. You cannot feel good and be sick at the same time. You cannot appreciate something and blame something at the same time. So as you begin to practice with a deliberate orientation, your vibration that feels good while you practice it, your life has to get better. Law of attraction says that it must. We are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. Nothing off limits. Every question is honored and understood and will be offered in fullness. If you will relax with the attitude that you're going to leave here knowing what you came to know, it is our promise to you, you will. Because there is nothing that you want to know that we don't know that you want to know. And there is nothing that you want to know that we don't know the answer to what you want to know. There is nothing that you want to know that we will not give to you over and over and over here today. So relax and expect good things to come as a result of this magnificent